This room has been quietly evolving for over a year into a space we truly love. Now it is time to share its transformation. Our living room in the Swedish countryside, gently turning into a cozy haven, inspired by the quiet magic of a forest. When we first moved in, this room functioned as my office, but it quickly became one of the earliest to get its walls done. We began stripping the old wallpaper, not knowing how many layers we would have to remove. In our enthusiasm, we went too far. Beneath the wallpaper, we uncovered a surface that could not be painted over. So we covered it again with a special kind of wallpaper, thick and made to be painted over. It was easy to hang, though a bit stubborn around the corners, and it gave me the chance to hide a little secret, a quiet tribute to this chapter of our lives, hidden between wallpaper and wall, eternalizing our beginning here. With a fresh blank canvas, we primed it an oil-based paint first, so the water-based paint wouldn't activate the wallpaper glue, creating bubbles. We then painted the walls a warm light color, and a beautiful green for the accent wall. It started to feel like something. Suddenly, we heard a loud buzzing from the fireplace. A hornet, we think. There wasn't much we could do, but after a while it was gone. We like to think it has found its way back to the forest. Whoa! Now, back when I lived in my apartment, I really wanted a nice cupboard with open shelves. Something just right to hold all my little treasures. I searched thrift stores for months and found nothing I loved. Until one day, Mark and I walked into the thrift store and there it was. He saw it, I saw it. I made a beeline before either of us could speak. It was and still is absolutely perfect. And right next to it, a spot just right for a picture of my favorite bird, a small magical corner of the room, laying the foundation of what it was going to become. I think everyone agrees that hard work deserves a treat. Luckily, Mark makes excellent Dutch appelflappen, a very tasty and sweet apple pastry from the Netherlands. Not the healthiest, but definitely worth it. If anyone is interested in the recipe, just let me know. We added a new coffee table, and that was one of the few changes for a while. Then autumn came, and not much else happened in the room. Winter rolled in, and we still hadn't found a sofa. We looked, browsed, debated, but nothing clicked until one day in Stockholm, with just 30 minutes to spare before a train, we popped into a shop a friend had recommended, and there it was. A beautiful royal blue sofa. Not quite the color we were after, but when we saw the fabric samples, I quietly admired a rust shade, and just as I was thinking Mark wouldn't go for it, he held up the very same color and said, "What about this?" And just like that, we found our sofa. And then Aska and Solvi arrived. Two tiny kittens determined to steal every bit of our attention with their cuteness. It's getting harder to believe how small they once were. They have grown so much already. They have filled this home with more life, more warmth and more chaos than I ever could have imagined. Having them around every day brings more joy to our days than we ever expected. Time passed, and besides the kittens, other projects called for our attention. But little by little we kept adding. We added a new sideboard and a TV stand that finally felt like it belonged in the space. And then something I was really excited about arrived from the Netherlands. The cats, of course, were very involved in the unpacking process. Inside the box was something I had been wanting for this room for a very long time. A stunning Tiffany lamp, perfect for the corner and just what the room needed. The theme of the space became more and more clear. Mossy green curtains followed, and Aska helped out a lot with getting the curtain length right. And as you can see, both Aska and Sophie are a bit bigger now. But don't be fooled, they are still only 9 months old. Technically still kittens and very much in the playful stage, especially when you are trying to hang up curtains. We both love books, but with low ceilings we didn't want the room to feel crowded with big open cupboards, so we opted for shelves instead. And while the stain was drying, I figured I could hang up another art piece. Well, at least try to. Its placement may seem slightly off, but there's more coming. Another piece will balance it out. It's just not here in time for this video, so it will remain a mystery for now. Finding the right lamps is always a challenge. We are both extremely picky when it comes to them. But that just makes the right one feel even more rewarding. A pinecone shaped light felt like the perfect add for the forest feel. The first bulb was far too dim, which resulted in a bit of an anticlimactic reveal. The stronger bulb might look a bit intense in this shot, but that's more on my filming skills. In reality, it gives off a soft, cozy glow that suits the space perfectly, which will be shown later on at the review. The piece above the sofa inspired so much of this room, I wanted to bring back the blue of the water in this piece as a detail on the sofa. So I quickly stitched together a pillowcase. More shelves went up, each one making the room feel more alive and more complete. Mark got us this new tool, and it's an absolute game changer.
Whoa!
Of course, I had to try it right away. We have a lot of art books and I wanted a nice way to display them, so I made a simple book stand. This room has been evolving for a long time, slowly unfolding piece by piece like the changing seasons of a forest. Now its story stands clear and true, a cozy forest tucked deep within a distant magical kingdom. The wooden furniture rises steady and strong like the ancient trunks of towering trees that have witnessed countless quiet moments. Shelves reach outward and upward, stretching like branches, inviting stories and memories to rest upon them. The greens whisper like gentle leaves swaying in a breeze, while the sofa wraps the space in the warm glow of autumn's embrace. The books scattered here carry stories of their own, tales of wonder, creativity and escape. And all of it is woven together with details that breathe life into every corner. This is our own quiet little cozy kingdom. And while it already feels magical, there is one last piece to make it truly whole. Restoring the floors, bringing back the natural wood beneath our feet. So, we're not done yet. But what do you think so far?